1300 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Senate was informed today that the government has set a target of reducing the fiscal deficit to 4% in the next 1 or 2 years. The National Vocational and Technical Commission will impart latest technologies to 170,000 youth under the Hunarmand Pakistan program. In occupied Kashmir, India has planned to set up Nazi-type concentration camps for the Kashmiri youths to starve, torture and kill them. In Afghanistan, the Taliban have agreed to implement a 10-day ceasefire if an agreement is reached with the American negotiators during the ongoing talks in Doha. And now the news in detail. The Minister for Economic Affairs, Hamad Azhar, says the government has set a target of reducing the fiscal deficit to 4% in the next 1 or 2 years. Speaking in the Senate today during question hour, he said our fiscal deficit for the first quarter of the current financial year remained within the target. Rather, according to the International Monetary Fund, we overperformed in this area. Hamad Azhar said the government took difficult decisions to save the country from default. He said we retired over $10 billion of debt in the first year, which is the highest achieved by any government. He said foreign exchange reserves are also on an upward trajectory. 170,000 youths will be trained by the National Vocational and Technical Training Commission under the Prime Minister's Hunarmand Pakistan program. In an interview with Radio Pakistan News and Current Affairs channel in Islamabad today, the Executive Director NAFTEC, Dr. Nasir Khan, said under the program, the youth will be trained in the latest technologies as per the demand of the industry. He said courses will comprise 3 and 6 months training, and candidates of all education levels can benefit from this initiative. The courses will be started at 558 centers all across the country. The skill development training will be provided in the fields of artificial intelligence, robotics, computing, information technology, and traditional programs. The Special Assistant on Information and Broadcasting, Dr. Firdaus Ashika Awan, has appreciated the Indian Muslim woman journalist Rana Ayub for exposing the fascist agenda of the Modi government by executing her professional responsibilities with courage and bravery. In a tweet today, she said, when a valiant person raises voice against oppression and persecution, it becomes a bright and commemorative chapter of history. The Special Assistant said Rana Ayub has unveiled the false claim by the Modi government that all is well in occupied Kashmir and revealed deserted roads and darkness of fear in Srinagar before the world. She said an article titled Blood and Soil in Narendra Modi's India, published in the Journal of New York, is a splendid acknowledgement of the capabilities of Rana Ayub. The French ambassador Marc Baghati called on the Naval Chief Admiral Zafar Mahmood Abbasi in Islamabad today. Matters pertaining to mutual interest, including bilateral maritime cooperation and regional security situation, were discussed during the meeting. In occupied Kashmir, India has planned to set up Nazi-type concentration camps for the Kashmiri youth to starve, torture and kill them. Addressing a conference in New Delhi, the Indian Chief of Defence Staff, General Bipin Rawat, has given a clear indication of the plan. Meanwhile, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference and other liberation organizations in their statements have said in the name of de-radicalization, the Kashmiri youth would be tortured in these camps. They appeal to the World Human Rights Organizations to take cognizance of the Indian atrocities in occupied Kashmir and impress upon New Delhi to give Kashmiris their inalienable right to self-determination. In Afghanistan, the Taliban have agreed to implement a 10-day ceasefire with American troops and reduce attacks against the Afghan government if an agreement is reached with the U.S. negotiators during the ongoing talks in Doha. A spokesman for the Taliban office in Doha, Sohail Shaheen, in a tweet today said talks between the two sides were useful. He said if an agreement is reached, the move could revive hopes for a long-term solution to the conflict in Afghanistan. Meanwhile, an American State Department spokeswoman has declined to comment on the matter. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk. And you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.